Oh, here we go. A proper music to a chorus for being a monk. What scares me in this situation, I have my loot, I have all my items I was carrying in the chest, which is not exactly safe, and I don't know if it's going to refresh at some point or not. And it seems like this part is quite big, quite bigger than I expected it to be. I thought I would just like hop in, talk to somebody a little bit, and then like uh, get get to know that monk I need, this pious, and then just leave. But it seems like there's a lot more to it. Then I would have to redo all that if that chest refreshes. Which is quite concerning. Or maybe I should I like restart? Because it's not quite far. Oh, you can't access a horse. That's a good thing that they included. They actually anticipated that. A bit unexpected even. Because not much happened. Let's roll with it. Okay. A monk.
What troubles you?
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know, but I've no time for idle chat.
I
transcribe books
Gregor?
from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years, and I'll be doing it till the day I die.
I was called
What,
Carl.
you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind, I'd like to get this page finished.
Wasn't I called Carl? Did they give me a new name for like a name in?
Get away from that cabinet. The books stood in there aren't for your eyes to see. Ah, Gregor.
In initiation.
I'd like to ask...
Can't you see I'm working? Ask someone else.
Gee.
Get away from that cabinet. The books stood in there aren't for your eyes to see.
Looks like somebody needs lessons of life. I already read that. Fucking hell. Okay. Everyday labors. Yeesh. Oh, only basically 2 pages. Brother novices, the following schedule describes the daily activities. With the capital, you shall attend to in your first years in our monastery. Order and discipline are the cornerstones upon which the order of Saint Benedict is built. Any violations of the schedule thus marked with exclamation mark shall be disciplined by punishment of solitary confinement. When it is meditation that you seek, prayer and study can be substituted for food and sleep. 3 a.m. start of the day, 4 a.m. morning prayer, exclamation mark. Huh. So I can't skip prayer, but I can skip starting the day. Okay, common meal, 6 a.m. Work in the freightory. It's freightory. Brotherhood? It's weird. Google Translate doesn't know that. A refectory of a monastery, the residential quarters of a monastery. Just any room in monastery? Right, I guess we'll find out. Assigned by Brother Nevles. I guess this is one of the guys who wants to be in charge here. 12 noon, work in the library. Assigned by Brother Librarian. With no name, I guess. 4 p.m. afternoon worship. Vespers? Common supper. Vespers? A service of evening prayer in the Divine Office of the Western Christian Church. Just evening prayer, okay. Afternoon worship and then prayer for evening. I can't imagine being in the monastery as a monk. Compline, free time before retiring, rest, and nighttime curfew, 9 p.m. Jesus Christ be praised, Father Demetrius, Friar. Oh, it's already dark, and I'm fucking fine. What the? I've been reading. God damn it. Yeah, I'm way past time, I guess. And somebody saw me? I feel like I'm in Harry Potter video game. Get to avoid the teachers. Damn, this thing is noisy. 44 noise. Can we just forget about this? What is my room? So that's study. Dining hall, I guess. That's alchemy. Garden. I think it was here. No? Fuck. Jesus. I can't see anything. I don't have torch anymore. Like, come on, they didn't even like shout it. It's a bedtime or something like that. They just all left. I'm trespassing. I'm just lost. Come on. God. Okay, what about this? Yes, this looks like the place. Somebody walking around. Hello.
My name's Gregor,
Siskin.
novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough.
No, purgatory.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
Okay. Why would they do that? Bunch of quests. What? Completely? Worldly goods in the monastery? What?
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
Okay. So his brothers sent him here.
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
This guy can help me actually to escape this place if there is an option for this in the game.
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin.
Oh boy.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about it.
Oh fucking hell, why is it... Oh,
Are you hiding?
I...
why is it white?
That's all I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, At other times, I don't get to read what I like, and I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
Mm.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
That's all. Thanks.
Yeah, I fucked up with Antonius. I told him about Pius, even though I didn't want to. The dialogue option wasn't as clear what Henry would say. I thought I would just get some information about this Pius. But Henry just spelled the beans.
Who would you elect, Abbot, if you could?
Most likely Nevlas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest.
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks, eh? I won't ask what for. My advice is to try Brother Solarius.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Well, that's all. Thank you for your time, brother.
I like how we talked about all that. Just in this room where all the monks sleeping. Okay, Jodok is the main suspect for being this guy I'm looking for. But he might be too obvious. Oh, 20. Oh, and I haven't missed a single perk, so in stealth you can get them all. I just want to rob some monks with the name. They might have something interesting. Pretzel. Oh, I got a key from one of them. Might actually be for the door for Necronomicon. Oh yeah, I don't have lockpicks. Alright, that's it. So we wake up at 4, as I remember. That's a fine fine level. I like this. You get to experience the life of a monk inside out, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Oh, fucking nightmares. And I don't have my dashing charisma anymore. I'm not find anymore too. Reputation, monastery. Oh, they have this contraption too. It's just a hole for outside. So that might be intentional. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, really? Okay. A restless spirit for that book. Kill Pius, what? The Radzik told you to not kill him and bring him to the fucking Ratai, to dungeons. Why is it still objective? My name is Brother Gregor and I'm a monk in Sasa Monastery. What would Pa have said about that? Most likely he'd piss himself laughing. Really? God rest his soul. Isn't that kinda heretic activity? Like, wouldn't you be burning in hell in a Christian mind for this? Must dress like a monk, speak like a monk, and behave like a monk. Just should have my best Gary Oldman impression. everything going to work out. There's a quest giver somewhere. An early bird.
Not now, brother. After Mass.
Oh, is it? Is this door closed by a boulder? Can we stop?
With you, brother.
Should have brought more books, I guess. Oh, one of them missing prayer. That guy sees something. Come on.
Not now, brother.
Yeah, and this guy sounds like a thug too. Yeah, I can't imagine myself in this situation. Ugh. I would be bored to death. I guess if you have like no other choices, if you are a complete peasant. If you are a complete peasant, I don't think they would actually accept you. Because even for Henry, I had to steal the
more than another, unless it be one whom he
piece of paper with the commendation.
and let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of silence, the well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But bold, hard,
Why can't
proud,
I?
disobedient characters he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and other bodily punishments. Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with a rod, and you will deliver his soul.
What? Can I?
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I say,
Wow, everything occupied. Where do I see it?
the God to my mouth. I was mute and was humble, and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin.
Can somebody feed me?
Therefore, since the spirit
Fuck.
of silence so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted, even good, holy, edifying on the city. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue.
How do I eat?
The disciples' part is to be silent and listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all humility and submission, inspired by reverence.
Oh, this is sad.
Jests and idle words or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit
Oh wait,
the
what about
silent
this
open
mark?
his mouth. The rule
Uh.
of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit
No,
of silence.
still can't.
Let us do what the prophet says.
What's sinning?
Said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humble and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet showed
Nice podcast, I guess.
times to refrain even from good speech. So much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence so important, permission to speak
What is it,
should
brother?
rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life.
By eat with the others, they mean just hang out near the tables, I guess. Well, that breaks immersion.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm
But
Yoda,
I assert
the
dominance.
oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
But as for coarse jests and idle words, words that move to laughter,
I'm interested in the other novices.
with a perpetual ban. And for such
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile and a new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while.
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is alright. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
So wait, he has a prehistory?
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is alright. You can rely on him. He's always happy to help.
But will they do the ultimate betrayal? Will they do the twist? Probably not, but who knows.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Who would you vote for as the new abbot if you could?
Why do you care? We don't have the right to vote, so we shouldn't get mixed up in it.
I'm just interested, that's all.
I like John better. But like I've said, it's not our place to get involved. It's enough that Antonius is mixed up in it. Don't you start too.
What's so bad about it? We don't have vote, but isn't that good that he's interested in the life of monastery?
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Okay, never mind, I guess.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
We'll see about that.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all, except that he's not a stickler for rules.
What? What is this weight?
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
I'd like to know...
I don't...
Do you know anything about Yodok?
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friendly terms with the Circators. That's about it.
Oh, yeah, that's probably Yodok then. We know that Pius is friends with the higher-ups monks, that he was a priest or something like that. It fits the role.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to him. I've never asked about him.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
I don't think He's our guy. He's too nervous. And he has no friends. So yeah. Probably he just had a bad past.
If you could, who would you vote for to be the abbot?
But I can't vote, so what's the point of worry? Ask Antonius. He often talks about it, and I'm sure he has an opinion.
Probably, but I don't know. He doesn't know anything, so what's the point of telling him about that? Yeah, and he might snitch too. Alright, so far it's between Siskin and Yodok, but Yodok is leading in being suspicious. Siskin is a bit too...
Peace be with you, brother.
Too believable that he's been the guy, the son of a lord. Probably somebody should know about that, right? Need more concrete evidence.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
Nice hair.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Ooh.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always travelling, and on top of that he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Neverless. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who
yeah, we're talking about them a lot. I feel like it's going to be a turning point in the quest. Like we're going to decide who's going to be a new abbot.
Tell me about John.
John is a Circator, and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crossier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right. But we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Tell me something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, St. Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue, and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
I'm interested in the monastery's history.
It was founded by St. Procopius 500 years ago. After his death, heretics occupied the place for some time, But then the order was restored and brothers of the true faith returned.
Heretics, you say?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals, in a language foreign to God. They were driven away and their books burned.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior, and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
I think this voice actor is the same guy who voices our friend from Skalitz. The guy who gave me a lockpick. Boorish brute who I punched and knocked down.
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows to become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
And let's leave it this way.
Can you leave the monastery?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Brother John, obviously. No one's interested in Nevlas and his new ideas.
Why is it still here?
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John, definitely. Compared to him, Neverlas is young and inexperienced. John has the wisdom of age.
What the fuck?
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John, definitely.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John, there's no other candidate. Neverlas just babbles on and on. Don't take him seriously.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
What kind of question is that? John, of course. Neverlas isn't the kind of candidate you can take seriously.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
What kind of question is that?
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
I've thought long and hard about it, and I've decided to support John.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
The old abbot isn't dead yet. It's too early to talk about elections. But if I had to choose between the two who are already putting themselves forward, John would be my choice.
Oh, finally. He ran out of lines to tell me. That was weird.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is young.
And what happens when the old abbot...
Then we elect...
Are there any...
On what?
So dumb.
Are there ever... Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed.
What?
There are
Isn't
two
he
candidates.
traveling?
Half the monastery wants John, the other half Neverlas. And there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
Or by traveling he meant he's so high on drugs that he's traveling through spiritual realm.
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during ceremony. I have the feeling we'll be meeting again soon, and often. You see, I'm the circator.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything's the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Alright.
like to ask you, are there ever any...
Unfortunately, yes.
The same.
The old
Wait, what if I press back here? Okay, now it doesn't glow. Fucking Christ, who designed that? Alright, good. Just so I know. There's nothing new, actually. So, what I can do, I can talk about other brothers.
Praise be to Christ.
Now, when I met them. Why I can only say that he's... Because...
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. What can you tell me about Siskin?
That there's no man alive less suitable for the monastic life than him.
You don't know young Lord Capon.
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like him. Fighting, drinking, fornicating. But then he ended up in here.
Why is he in the monastery?
No one knows. Maybe he's hiding from something. Or maybe he's being punished.
Do you think he has a secret?
Don't we all? But unlike the others, he absolutely refuses to speak about his life before the monastery.
That's all I wanted to know about him. Thanks. What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant who'll rat you out to the superiors. Once he finishes his novitiate, I imagine he'll want to climb his way up the ladder to at least Sir Cater. He's a man who enjoys ordering others around.
I'm interested in Lucas.
No one knows much about him. He doesn't talk to anyone. He works, eats, sleeps, then does it all again the next day. It's as if he wanted to get it all over with as soon as possible. By it, I mean his entire life.
That's all. Thanks. Who would you choose?
Why should I even...
What?
What do you desire?
Or whatever.
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. I'm interested in Yodok.
What could interest you about him? He's a no-good rat. He'll turn you in for the price of a turnip. I'd bet my life that if he wasn't here, he'd be a cumin scout, bowing and scraping for a few groschen.
That doesn't sound too flattering.
It wasn't meant to. No matter what you do here, watch out for him. He's got his eye on everyone, and he'll rat on you for even the slightest of infractions.
What can you tell me about Lucas?
It's a tricky situation with Lucas. No one really knows anything about him. I've tried so many times to talk to him, but he always backs away like a virgin on a wedding night.
That's all. Thanks.
Will you tell me something?
Look, nothing against you, but I...
Very well.
Thank you.
I'm still curious.
It's no big...
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been. So I hid it to read later. It's the Necronomicon.
What?
Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh, I'm not too sure what the prior or the cicada would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite prohibited.
Ah, prejudice. But you're right, it is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
You're right. Knowledge should never be prohibited.
Oh, I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some sense of it. I haven't grasped a single syllable. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble.
So he had this book all the
The
time.
brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I trust Siskin more than the others. Will show me where this book is now? Where this stash is?
What troubles you?
I'm still...
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
So...
I'll leave you. Thank you.
What happened at night, he was going to read this Necronomicon under a slab. Oops. Come on, I've been talking to monks forever. It's 7:30. Free time before retiring. No, that's 7. 8 a.m. Work in the freightory assigned by Brother Nevles. Let's find big monks, I guess. Oh, alchemy bench.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
Also, how do you save
I
here?
saw you at the ceremony.
You don't have
My name
saver
is Neville,
snaps.
and I'm the provost here.
Fucking hell.
I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well
I
as
will lose
handling
so much
trade with the
progress
outside
if
world.
I die.
That means you get to leave the monastery.
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance the scales, they want the novices to lead exemplary lives. Sin abounds here, just as in the outside world.
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sins of others.
Tell me something about how the new abbot will be elected.
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote, with the exception of novices. The abbot's crozier will be conferred on whoever is chosen, and he'll take the vow. When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery, instead of actually leading the monastery. But he still maintains a fundamental influence on life here.
Can you tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. The other brothers see him with one foot in the grave, But I still have hope for him. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved in the games of your superiors. Could you help me with something?
With what?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
Yeah, sure.
You can count on my help. What do you need me to do?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now you know most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering.
Just
The
so
cure
many
for Abbot
layers of
Peter's
lies
illness
you
could
have
be
to go
contained in
through
one of the books in our library. But it will
to
certainly
believe
be
in
amongst
God.
the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted
So
to
many
read.
hoops you have to jump through.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil. Or so some people claim. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book is the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book. But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
Where can I find
No,
it?
that's the shelf.
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it.
Yeah.
The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it.
Oh, fuck.
Which is exactly what we don't want.
But I want them all. Maybe I could steal one book and then when I'm about to leave this place I will come back.
Is there anything you can tell me that would help?
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one. Or you can acquire some lockpicks.
I already
I
have
can't
the
tell
key.
you where or how. Perhaps Brother Celerius could help.
Why can't you do it yourself?
Because I'm one of the highest-ranking monks here, and one day I'd like to become abbot. Can you imagine me crawling around in the black of night searching for a forbidden book?
You could just ask for it.
Do you honestly think I haven't tried? Unfortunately, Librarian Cyril is a stubborn ass.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night. It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Celarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
Alright.
Is there any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favour?
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower and shout, "Vote for Nevlus, vote for Nevlus"?
Not exactly. You do have an opponent, John.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you and everyone else here. We're all brothers in Christ. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery. I'd be interested to hear of anything I don't know about.
A snitch.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. But if I don't know exactly what's wrong, then my promises are just empty slogans.
Very good then. I'll find out what I can.
Thank you, brother.
What do you want me to find out?
I'd be interested to hear about any iniquity in the monastery. I need to prepare myself for what I'll be facing.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the Alchemists Laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. I want you to prepare 2 marigold decoctions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
Alright, that's easy. Actually, I don't think I ever brewed marigold decoctions because they are so common that I can just find them on corpses, and I never ran out of them. Here? Ooh. Should I just grab all the fucking ingredients? Why not? It's going to be faster. Nope. Yeah, never done that. Water. Drop the nettle in the water and cook for 1 turn. Leave it to cool. Drop the marigold, but do not boil it anymore. No grinding. Three, 4. Sound has been weird. Now distilling. Okay. This is so cool that they make you to impersonate a monk further than just like the first stage, just infiltration. Yeah, you basically live here now. Have a schedule, have their own little rules, and I bet if I get caught I will be punished like the same way guards punish you in prison, but just some different manner.
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I've finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices. What would you like?
For how long I should stay here? Work in the library by Brother Librarian 12. Cobweb. Nope. Oh, come on, I read all that. You must have something new. Cobweb, the only valuable thing. Alright, on the obedience of disciples. The first degree of humility is obedience without delay. This... actually, wait. Have I read that? Not sure. This beseemeth those who, either through fear of hell or for the glory of life everlasting, count nothing more dear to them than Christ. These presently, as soon as anything is commanded them by the superior, make no delay in doing it, just as if the command had come from God. This obedience will then be acceptable to God and pleasing to men, if what is commanded be not done fearfully, slowly, coldly, or without oh, yeah. It's one of the books I already read. Just now, this pedestal. The same. Yep. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a quest item. And I can't read that. I should have some bandages just in case somebody assaults me. Might happen. I can also brew some potions for my own personal use. But what do I need even? I don't know. Yeah, if only I actually needed to kill this guy, that would be so much better. I guess I could do it, that's probably one of the solutions. But I don't want, I want to do it perfectly. Yeah, I could do something like Bard Potion, actually I can't because I need coal. Wait, Saber Schnapps? They don't have Belladonna? Fuck. Yeah, again, they didn't think about players who would play this with the hard mode, I feel like. If somehow by the end of this day I'll get caught, the whole day going to be erased. Well, I think I have nothing else to do than just wait. I have a locked chest. Another page. Libri prohibiti. Hopefully I'm not going to get punished by staying here for almost 1 hour. Yep. Right, that. Come on, why is there no new books? Except, I guess, prohibited ones. Alright.
Oh, you're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about it.
What troubles you?
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
Sit at the table. Whoa! Okay. Gum at Demon. The third one seems right. Window. Dandy. Danvendy. Third one again, I guess. Ramus ut Q. First one.
My boy, what have
Oops.
you done?
What?
This is a disaster.
Really? Reputation gained? What? Oops. But then why I gained reputation?
What troubled you?
I've heard about Avicenna's Book of Medicine. Could I see it?
Who told you about that? Of course you can't.
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book. Do you know what it is?
It appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who. Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace
Pick
so
up
much about
artists in medieval
But
times.
as I was saying, he considered the book to be immoral and tore it up to stop it corrupting any of his brothers.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely! Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
Good. I'll look around for it.
Thank you, brother.
I'm sure
It's of
that's
no
not
great
going to be
importance.
tedious.
If you find all 10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
10.
Where should I look?
Everywhere.
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere, from the garden to the refectory.
I've heard there are some forbidden books locked up in the library.
That's correct. They're here, safely hidden away from anyone who might be tempted to read them.
What if I just wanted to take a peek?
You could not.
Just
They
a
are
tiny
legally
peek.
prohibited. And the only
Through
people
the-
permitted access to them
through
are
the
the
keyhole.
abbot and I. Although I see no reason why he or I would ever want to read them.
Not even if I were to beg? Or promise a favour in return?
If you could prove to me that you truly like books, then maybe.
How's that?
Could a book be prohibited by mistake? Maybe a good book or a useful one?
No errors are made. Every book on the prohibited list is there for a reason. Who am I to doubt the wisdom of Mother Church?
How does a book get on the forbidden list?
Forbidden works are full of heresy and blasphemy and witchcraft. If you ask me, we should burn them immediately, not archive them.
I don't need to hear anything else.
He told me if I can prove him that I love the books, he will show me the forbidden ones, but there's nothing else. I guess I need to complete the Ovids. This fucking tedious crap. Third.
Get away from that cabinet. The book stood in there out for your eyes to see.
The thing is, if I can get the access, I will be... Oh, treasure map. What the hell? Ledechko. Oh. Oh, I found this one by accident in the forest. That's where I found the best cuirass. I still... No, actually I swapped it, but it was the best cuirass for a long time. Yeah. It's funny. And been expecting when I going to find it. Really, only one in library? Must be another page somewhere. There were two in laboratory.
Oh, you're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them. Oh, you're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
I guess not. Kinda getting hungry, and have I ate all my stolen food? They didn't feed me. What the hell was that? Like, how am I supposed to get food? Seriously.
Get away from that cabinet. The book stood in there out for your eyes to see.
4 p.m. Another warship.
You're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
trespassing. Must be some pages here. Really? Fuck, trespassing again. Fucking dying of hunger over here. Should have made potions actually. I could have made potions that would give me more nourishment. Vespers Common Supper. 6 p.m.
I'm a new brother, a novice, Gregor. I don't know my way around here yet. You're in charge of the whole monastery, aren't you?
Welcome amongst us. Yes, yes. The Lord wanted me to take over the abbot's duties in his absence, but mainly I'm a servant of God, just like you and all the other brethren. Before God, there's no difference between us. How do you like it here?
I'm trespassing.
It's wonderful here.
I'm glad to hear it. May your enthusiasm last.
I have to run again. Straight.
Speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and listen.
Can I eat?
For that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should
Fucking
be asked
hell.
with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words or words
Did they forgot to just include this mechanic or what? Or I'm just not getting something.
Do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is right and holy, and is
Fucking trespassing, of course.
among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is for, and should know that who more is
Rob.
from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery.
Yeah, how do you
Let him
leave
not love one
in this
more than
place
another, unless it be one whom
honorably, like without stealing anything? You won't be able to sustain yourself, I guess, through alchemy. Yeah, I guess through alchemy. But this is just really ridiculous. What if you don't know alchemy?
remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Silo. The well-disposed
Okay, let's
those
see.
of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first.
Come on.
But bold,
Come on.
hard, proud, and disobedient characters, he should curb at the very beginning.
It's hilarious.
By stripes and
What do you
other
desire,
forms
Brother
of
Gregor?
punishments. Knowing that it is written, the fool is
I'm
not
looking for
fooled
something a little,
and again,
unorthodox.
beat your
And
son
what
to the
would
cross
that be
to
exactly?
deliver his soul from death. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on daily manual labor.
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lock picks? And what would you like those for?
Manual labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred reading. To that end we think
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks.
Are you kidding me?
Can't say fairer than that, can I?
18. I could also steal them, probably.
weak or sickly brethren should
I
be
mean,
assigned
get him
tasks
food
or
from
craft of such a
somewhere.
nature as to keep them from idleness and at the same time not overburden them with rival.
'Maybe this will work. Actually, no. He only wants food, probably. But let's see.
Fear of hell and the glory of life everlasting. As soon as anything has been
What would you...
superior, receive it as a divine command and cannot suffer any delay in executing it. But
I'm looking for something a little...
And what...
acceptable to God and pleasing to men only
I'm looking...
Lock pick?
is done without
I'd like to practice...
Well, what? So you heard... I'll trade them.
No, only for food. God damn it.
is given to God.
What troubles you?
Disciple obeys with an ill will and murder.
You have some interesting skills for a monk. Don't suppose you want to tell me how you pick them up?
What's there to tell? We were all young and foolish once. I was a student in Prague, completely broke, living from hand to mouth and studying all day. It wasn't an easy life.
So you turned to stealing?
I set about securing a livelihood as best I could. A goose, some new shoes, a bit of coin to spend with my friends. Without that little bit extra, I'd never have completed my studies. I would have turned into a beggar. And who else do you know that can say he's serving God thanks to having been a thief?
No one, brother. Thank you for telling me your story. Brother, I've a favour to ask, and I think you're the man to help me with it. Or you used to be, before you came here.
I see, so it's the dodgy sort of favour, is it?
Well, yes. I need to get hold of the keys to the monastery.
That won't be easy, I can tell you that straight off. A prior always keeps the keys close by him. So how exactly do you imagine I could help?
How could I get hold of them?
With great difficulty. Unless you want to rob the prior.
No.
Is there any other way to get out of here?
The door out of the monastery is like any other. Only the lock's more complicated than most. But I can sell you some lockpicks. And with a little training, you'll make short work of it.
Could you take the keys off him?
Rob the prior? You've got to be joking.
You wouldn't be doing it for free?
Then what could you possibly pay me? I'm done with my thieving, and you'd have to offer me a whole lot of groschen to change my mind.
How much would you want?
A princely sum, brother. This is no trifling matter.
That much? Where am I supposed to find that much coin? No one here has any money.
Why is he
Precisely.
told me like a princely
No
sum
groschen, no theft. And think
when
twice
he could
before
have
you
just
ask me that
told me
kind of favor,
200 groschen. It's not like it's a fluid price that can change with your like level or something. It's set.
I'm looking for something a little,
And what would that be?
I need to get hold of some kind of weapon.
Well, I can't help you with that. And besides, what use would a weapon be in here?
Rats. Killing rats. I think some of the monks called the Yedeka rat. That would be poetic.
I need to get some wine.
You're not the only one. But I have to keep records of all the casks, and the prior checks on them. He'd notice any loss straight away. Just like our food, everything's rationed. So I'm sorry, but I'll have to disappoint you.
Oh yeah, that bandit told me to... gave me advice to get the guy drunk so he would confess. So yeah, I need alcohol probably. He told me that...
I need to get some wine.
What? Locked up somewhere?
You're not the only one. But I have to keep records of all the casks, and the prior checks on them. He'd notice any loss straight away. Just like our food, everything's rationed. So I'm sorry, but I'll have to disappoint you.
Yeah, everything rationed, but nobody feeds me. Fucking hell, where is my rations? Seriously, let's fucking find out. I'm curious. KCD Monastery food. Eating in the monastery. Anyone else having trouble eating in the monastery? I've tried sitting at the tables, but the only ones I can sit at don't have food on them. Okay. The same problem. What worked for me, though, is after mass, run straight to the tables. You have to be one of the first guys. You can sit at one table, you have to look for it though. Table is random. I read you get poisoned and that's how you progress? What? Maybe I just haven't found my bowl? I've been looking really hard though.
Oh, nothing really, come to think of it.
What the fuck? Now it's 20? Have I lost reputation somehow? Fuck, I swear I fucking tried every bowl, every free bowl. Oh, eat! Oh my god.
Praise be our Lord Jesus.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't look fancy.
God be salved. Be well.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
What the fuck? I'm poisoned. I'm fucking poisoned. Somebody trying to kill me. Is that brother Antonius? The only guy who knows about... Oh, fuck me. Got spoiled myself.
You've got a strong constitution. Anyone else would have certainly died.
What happened?
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy. He was lost and miserable. He had no future. He was tempted by his friends into doing some foolish things, but he wasn't truly bad, because when it came down to it, he ran away rather than keep doing foolish deeds. His former friends didn't take kindly to that, though.
It's him?
And wanted to punish him. So they sent a hunting dog to find him and rip his throat. The boy wasn't stupid, though, and he knew that the hound was coming. He poisoned some food, and when the hound showed up, he gave it to him. He didn't expect the beast to live, but it did. And all of a sudden, the boy was sorry for what he tried to do. So he offered to make a bargain with the hound.
Fuck. Damn it, I wanted to catch him. It's all happened just because I didn't know that Henry would confess saying that line in dialogue. Oh, fucking hell. Whatever. What happened, happened.
It was you that poisoned me.
Don't take it personally. Kill or be killed. You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us, but we don't have to let them use us. We can just forget all about it and go our own way. I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen, but I swear to God I've never in my life slain innocent people. What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery I've had plenty of time to think things over, but then you showed up and fucked it all up.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. What exactly are you proposing?
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
Yeah, thanks for fucking poisoning me.
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose.
But,
If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up.
okay, that's smart.
You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
That's not like in other RPGs when you just get his fucking amulet or ring and then nothing else happening. You just give it to whoever ordered the assassination. At least here we are doing some crime scene. I'd rather kill you.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow. That sort of thing.
So it was a
You can escape in that
twist
habit, but I need to
after
vanish
all.
as fast as I can.
It was the guy who was most trustworthy of all who was the baddie.
What do I need the keys to the monastery for?
How else will we get out? This place is practically a prison.
Getting the keys won't be easy.
I know, but Brother Solarius is a reformed thief. I'll bet he still has a few lockpicks lying about. If you know how to use them, they'll be worth finding. Or there's the hard way. Steal the keys from the prior. He carries them with him at all times.
They both sound hard to me. But needs must.
Actually, stealing a key might be easier.
And where am I supposed to get my hands on blood in a monastery?
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it, all the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before anyone notices it's even come.
All right, that's everything I need to know. I can get started.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have everything. And try to be as fast as you can. And Gregor, thank you.
That's not my real name. That's my stage name. Oh, I'm a pig. And I'm a dirty pig. There's no there's no tufts to wash the dirt. Alright. Guess detective work done with. I need to find food for our guy. I hope he will accept potions actually. And how am I to get that? Also, it's time 19. So 7. Compline free time before retiring. Why am I then go to bed? I guess go to bed between this. Yeah, I hope I'm not trespassing. Oh, here we go, Necronomicon. Oh, no, what? Should I even take it? He told me he has a book in his stash, didn't he? Get Necronomicon. Time to do some mischief. Oh. Another page. Oh, finally. Yes. Oh, that's where I can wash myself. Perfect.
This looks like the dregs after a night's drinking. Who could be coming here?
Huh. Are they playing in the evening? In dice? If I get 200 groschen, find out what's going on in the cellars. Well, I got the most food, now I can pay the guy for lockpicks. I'm just afraid that somebody will walk up in the wrong moment. And I got wine. Now I don't need it though. I already know who was the pious. What? No, John. Never
What
talked to
troubles
him.
you?
Ow.
I need to tell you about Brother Nevlus's
Oh,
transgression.
what? No.
Well, well, well. The Honourable
Fuck.
Brother Nevlus has broken the rules.
Should have read.
Let's just hear what you have to say. What has he done?
He wanted me to steal a forbidden
Oh no!
I knew it.
Oh!
A would-be abbot enticing a
What am
novice
I
to
doing?
commit such a heinous deed. Did he tell you what he needs it for?
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
He said he wanted to find a cure for the abbot in it.
Just keep that to yourself. The important part is that he wanted you to sin, and what a sin it is. Thank you. Your honesty and piety does you credit.
And it was an accident again, and there was no way to save. Nasty habits. Yeah, that was after I slept. Fucking Christ. I just completely fucked this up. Just like, oh, a white option, like the first one. Usually this is like no consequence. And fuck. Well, I'm not going to redo everything again. Well, this one was on me, whatever. Looking for the monk with the lockpicks.
Peace be with you, brother.
Damn it.
What would you like?
About you in the election.
Ask me anything?
Tell me something about...
Nevlus is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good abbot is beyond me. Enough. I don't even want to hear his name again.
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevlus is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
I'd like to help you if I can.
There is something you could do. I am convinced Nevlus must have done something that would greatly damage him if everyone found out. If he was preaching water and drinking wine, for example.
So I should dig something up on him and tell you about it?
Yeah, well, that's what should have
But I doubt
fucking
you'll have any luck. Nevlus is too
happened
cunning and
first,
careful to give any.
and then I would be more careful. Fuck. Like right off the bat, meeting a new person and then I haven't dirt on Nevlus. Here you go. Without any like confirmation too. Like, are you sure you want to tell him that? That could going to like ruin every quest you have there. Nope.
Once I find something out, I'll tell you.
I already did.
I'm not really interested in all that.
Then why are you wasting my time?
Thank you for answering. What did you want me to do?
Dig up some dirt on Nevler.
Nevlan!
You wretched boy. What have you done to me? Why did you tell the prior about that book? And to lie on top of it all. Get out of my sight!
I guess no fixing that.
What troubles you?
Why is it still here, searching for pies? Oh.
What would you like?
Oh my god. It's not going to be enough even. How much fucking... Yeah, it's not enough.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it.
Is this enough?
You're a right pinch purse.
Well, I don't have a choice.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Like, to get one lockpick, I would have to do it like 3 more times? 2?
Peace be with you, brother.
Any pages?
Are you sure that belongs here?
Wait, is he commenting on Torch? Okay, let's not use that then. They might, like, consider that a weapon or something that I shouldn't have. Which is fine. Oh, found one more. Let me out. I want back to the real world. Fucking going insane here. Yep. maybe more food here. Nope. Oh, the kitchen. Someone here? Probably just behind the wall. You have to really work for your lockpick. Cheese might sell well. There's a blood. Could use that. Ooh, boar meat. What? Oh. It's for poaching quest. I think that's all. Oh. Damn, it's so lame. Still need Necronomicon. Okay. What if I pickpocket him? What? He's a fucking master thief. Can't be pickpocketed, I guess. Huh. Right. Let's try going into library and get forbidden books, since I have nothing to lose now. Might as well. Here we go. Necronomicon 1. Is there a sequel? That's all 2 books. Well. Oh wait, that's my friend though. So he goes here to read the other one, I guess.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
We already talked about it.
Probably the same as you. I want to be able to read in peace and quiet. And not just the books they make us read.
We already talked about it, come on.
What exactly do you read here?
Well, I'd be interested to find the unofficial biography of Saint Procopius, but there probably is no such thing. To be honest, I was expecting some entertaining reading, but it's just the same old stuffy nonsense. But if that locked cabinet there with all the forbidden books was open, that would be a different story. Until recently it was still unlocked, but after something vanished, they've kept it locked tight.
Oh. Am I getting this right? So I stole items, and that's in this period of time, game didn't really process this properly. Somebody like popped out, locked this, and this character thinks that like it's locked now. Or no.
Maybe I could get inside.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd love to pore over some of those tomes. We'd be in it together, up to our ears in it. What do you say?
We'll see what I can do.
Okay, here you go. Happy?
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
There's something I should tell you.
Oh, fuck.
Something you won't be happy to hear.
This is...
I'm here to find someone, and, well, to do...
Why does it still exist? I already found him.
Not a man like him. He's one of the brigands who burned down Neuhof. He doesn't deserve to live.
What's he doing here? And who are you?
They call him pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, he hid away here. And as you can see, escaped suspicion. They sent me here to find him and bring him to justice. He's one of the novices.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst. This place is a lot more exciting than I expected. Do you know who it is?
Well, that's just it.
Yeah, that's just it.
It could be Antonius?
Antonius? He's a fine fellow. No, it can't be him. Although, you never know what's hiding beneath a man's skin.
See how hard it is? It could be anyone, and at the same time, nobody in particular. I won't tell you more, and I'd like you to keep silent about this too.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report it.
But we're buddies in books.
Would you do that? I have a feeling you wouldn't.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself. I've got problems enough of my own without involving myself in yours. And besides, I mean to be gone from here within a year, so why should I care what happens with the monastery?
Thank you, Siskin. I appreciate it.
Also, I know all his secrets. Where he keeps his stash and dagger. He goes here to read forbidden books. He really shouldn't snitch on me.
I think the one I'm looking for is you.
Oh my... Oh, I read it incorrectly
What
again.
on earth makes you think that? My being unfit for holy orders doesn't make me a former assassin.
True enough.
At least here I have, like, a confirmation option.
I won't tell you more.
You're talking about killing in the...
Oh, again?
Would you do that?
You're right.
Thank you, Sisk. Will you tell me something?
Look, nothing against...
Already talked about it.
Are you hiding?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they... And also because I really hate...
Yeah. Why is it white? Already been through that dialogue. Yeah, wait, he has money, actually, and I need them. But I... yeah, fuck. I like this guy, I don't want to steal from him, actually.
What about the dagger?
That's a memento of better times. Father gave me that when I was a little lad. And it's done right by me more than once, when I got drunk somewhere with the wrong sort of people.
Do you know how to fight?
And how? Boozing and brawling. God, how I miss that here.
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself.
So I opened this cabinet. He doesn't care or what? Whatever. Up. Yes. Forbidden knowledge. Some puzzles. And Sudoku. Really? This is Necronomicon? Not sure how it's going to help me. Oh. How is that science again? Damn. Missed out on that quest. Guess now I just go to sleep. I don't really need to steal from that guy if I'm going to have enough money by selling the food. I hope nobody searches me. That would be devastating. Yeah, that the first save I had. Wake up.
Leave me be. I want to sleep.
What is the man with lockpicks? Come on. Stand here for a while. What was it again? 6 a.m. Really? Oh, here we go.
Permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin.
No.
And in another place,
Took my
death
place.
and life are in the power of the tongue.
I
For
think
speaking and teaching belong
there
to
must
the
be
master. The disciples
some fucking glitch.
and for that reason, if anything
This guy shouldn't take my place, right?
be asked with
I can steal it.
permission inspired
It.
by reverence. But as for coarse jests
Yep.
and idle words or words
That's what
of
happened.
laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a
Hey you.
ban.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Get the fuck out of here.
To open his mouth.
Praise be to Christ.
About?
Ask me anything you...
I'd like...
I'm...
So... I'm sorry, but...
He waits...
Thank you for...
Necessary until about the 4th hour. And from the 4th hour until about the 6th, let them apply themselves to reading. After the 6th hour, having left the table, let them rest on their beds.
Oh, here we go.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
Or if anyone may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in such a way as not to...
Ah. Still might be not enough. Maybe with haggling. Now he wants 22? God damn it.
The rule of Saint Benedict.
Can we do something about the price?
Readings on the abbot. Therefore,
Alright, so?
when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should
Is this
show
enough?
all that is good and holy.
You won't convince me with that.
More than by his words, expounding the
Okay.
Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples.
Tough luck.
But demonstrating
Fuck, come on!
by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds.
What troubles you?
Abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called.
It's going to be harder. And also, what is my last offer? Final offer perk been?
The bold,
Let's have a word about the prop.
proud, and disobedient characters he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes.
What do you say to this?
other
It'll take more than that.
Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod.
See now,
and he will
I
deliver
knew
the
we'd
sword
come to an
with
agreement.
that. The rule of sin.
Okay, now I have a lockpick. Things going to get much easier. So my objective is to get to the kitchen. Or where was that list? Next day. Huh. Way outside. I guess, why not? Might need something else. Okay, maybe it's too cocky. Let's just wait. And I can eat some potions instead. So yeah, that's what happened the first time. I wasn't blind. Just this guy took my place, and that's what's been happening to others too on Steam. It's fucking too much competition for food. Like in prison, I must have must bring food to a guy to get a lockpick. So are we done here? It was 12, I think, or no? It was something earlier. Man, we'll have to talk to Navlas. Oops.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
You're right, brother.
This is your first warning. Don't do it again.
What would you like?
Oh. I still can continue? You dismissed me earlier.
I've discovered something about the wrongs being committed here.
I see. Tell me more.
That's all I know.
If you find out anything else, come to me. I'd be interested to hear it.
Nah, I won't betray Siskin. He's a nice guy.
Is there any way I could help you get
What would you like to do? Climb up?
That
pity?
Why is it white again?
You mentioned you need help with something. Can you tell?
So you've changed your mind? I need to find a cure for Abbot Peter's illness, but I can't do it.
You can count on my help.
Did it work?
What troubles you?
You mentioned you need...
So you've changed?
Nope. Guess that's broken.
What do you need me for?
What is it, brother?
Yeah, I can deliver him the book.
You mentioned you need...
So you've changed your...
I don't want anything to do with it.
A pity.
Just lost some reputation.
What is it, brother?
Okay.
I'm interested in the...
You're not alone. Everyone's...
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than...
I'll be interested to know more...
I don't like to speak ill of people, but Circuitor John is the worst person the monks could pick to represent them. He's nothing but an old schemer and pedant who preaches water but drinks wine. He's won the older brethren over because they know he won't call an end to their debauchery.
Why do you want to become abbot?
Because when I see the way things are headed around here, I have no other option. Itinerant preachers speak of the corrupted black heart of the church, and I can't deny there's truth in what they say. I'd like to change things and bring back meaning and esteem to the monastery.
That's all. Thank you.
Peace be with you. What do you desire?
What a shame.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the Alchemists Laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. I want you to prepare 2 marigold decoctions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere near.
The same thing. Joke's on you. I know how to auto-brew. Only need to list to that. Moonshine is a good has a good nourishment. There we go. I don't have something. Mean Sage, Saint John's Wort. Mint, wort, no sage. Maybe in the garden. Fuck. That's fine. Oh yeah, I have this. Alcohol 27. Jesus.
Praise be to...
I finished my...
Show me what you... Spectacular.
Yes, reputation. What's my reputation? Monastery 80. It's not very high with individuals, I assume, because lockpicks are just getting more expensive every time I look. Damn. And I need to get a lot before anybody notices. Which means... I need to get there before... for breakfast? Maybe? No, still not finished, come on. And then guy going to cut me.
Peace be with you, brother.
Oh, okay. Food. Do you have any sage?
Brother.
Oh my god.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working?
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Really? Fine then. This time I will forgive you, but next time you'll be punished just like everyone else.
I've just been on my way. What's this? Huh. It's here. Well, let's see if I can do it properly this time.
What would you like?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you.
Alright. Orano. So it's supposed to be this. Diukta Purita. Is this Purita really? It seems like... Fuck, what? Maduai in advert. What? Maiden. Dicta Pana Maiden in Domini Orado or Doicta Purita in Advert Dominium Orano. The last word must be Orano. Where is it even? I can see it in the text at all. I guess maybe I should just know Latin words. Omnibus, omnibus, or omnibus sanctus oratio. First one sounds better than the others. Autumune Bificis redne desperantur Alimonai Supplicis te omine. Anything in the text? Okay, here at least it's like the first one. Atumune. Looks like te, but then the other word is much shorter. Dome? Okay, let's try the third one. Alemone Iupose? Tedome. There's no tier in deprecanter. And there it's preanur. Second. Domine is too big of a word, but maybe they have another letter for it somehow, like shorter one for min. Omin? I don't know. It's probably shit again.
Very well done, my lad.
Really?
Don't even look at that cabinet.
I forgot to close it.
What troubles you?
From standing for abbot? But haven't I already found out enough? I'm guessing they don't going to show me where the pages are, and the only free time I have is between prayer and when I have to go to sleep. It's a bit dark. Alright. There's more blood. Hell. Was it 6? When I need to go to somewhere. Dinner.
Therefore, since the spirit of silence is so important,
He's eating my meal again.
rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin.
A very short window of opportunity. Oops. Oh. So they can be hidden inside containers. Damn it.
You're right. It stunk like a wine barrel in there. And it's not the first time. It's a mystery.
Peace be with you, brother.
It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath in the morning. Then he'd soon get his man.
I never talked to a prior properly. Might help. I like that little moonwalk.
Peace be with you.
What the? Ah, there was a free lockpick here. It's the way outside. I've searched the corners.
I remember back when we ate like kings.
And the wine. Those were the days.
You will see. Things will get better with the new abbot.
So, be well. Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Really nothing in garden?
up in the cellar are two different things. And you can only imagine where the extra silver ends up.
Nevless? But he wanted to become abbot. If this turns out to be true, he's done for.
I heard it directly from Brother Solarius. It must be true.
What?
Talk to me, brother. Praise be to...
I'm interested. What can you tell me about Sisk?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. I'm surprised...
I just heard about that.
Sounds like you don't have...
No, I don't. He is...
Salve. Be well.
He was talking something about...
You're right, it stunk like a wine barrel in there. And it's not the first
cellar?
time.
It's a mystery.
Oh, that's where they probably put you when they caught you.
You're right. It stunk like a wine barrel. And it's not the first time.
Uh-oh.
But one that'll be soon solved. It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath in the morning. Then he'd soon get his man.
What? Was he coming for me?
What's there left to drink to? To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless cellars.
You and your novices, you old pervert. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So, you've seen us drinking here. So either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You won't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
All right. I wouldn't mind some wine.
That's more like it. Sit down and have a drink, my lad.
Alright. How?
Talk to me, brother.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? Drinking.
But we're all monks.
Youngster, when you're as old as I, you'll understand.
But you're the cicators. You're the ones meant to be keeping order here. How can gambling and drinking be a fitting part of a monk's life?
If you really want to know, see for yourself.
All right. Have it your way.
What's there left to drink to?
Talk to me, brother.
Oh, that's the guy who's getting elected?
What would you like?
go to bed. And that's something that would prevent Nevlas from standing for abbot.
What's there left to drink? To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless cellars.
You and your novices, you old perverts. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So, to John, the future abbot, and a pox on Nevis.
And Killjoy.
Alright, wish I could find more scrolls. Well, since they are drinking, also haven't found Prior's chambers anywhere. Oh yeah, these chests. Okay, here we go. More, please. Wow, lockpicking near their ears. Eh. Is this the one I can unlock? Looks like the part, but... Yeah, for this one I should probably wait. Yeah. Okay, 2 or 3 chests. Hmm. Here we go. 8. Just 2 more.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing.
Are you hiding?
I'm hiding. I hate to.
That's all I want.
Please.
Hmm. Oh.
Shouldn't you
Shouldn't be getting your rest and not wandering about like a ghost.
Come on, Siskin. Don't be like that. So that's where Prior is, probably. Any scrolls? What is this place? Oh boy, very hard. With only 2 lockpicks. Better be good.
What have we here? It looks like a book with the names of all the novices.
Ah, fuck. Ah. Probably could have figured out the right guy from here. Jotted paper? What was that? Remember, descend from the gate of faith between the shadow of the cathedral and the wooden stockade, past Tritely through the dry river bed beneath the great bridge, like Moses fearlessly still the waters, ascend to dry land among the bulrushes, find your faith and search in the burning bush. Oh, treasure map, probably. From the gate of faith between the shadow of the cathedral and the wooden stockade. Oh my god. Siskin, the youngest son of the illustrious Sir Smil Lashka, Baron of Pardubitz. His faith is tepid, perhaps even apathetic. Oh my god. Drug down pious. What's this? Yeah, completed. Why is it completed now? His father has bestowed most generously upon the monastery a great sum of money in return for his son's acceptance. Therefore, he was accepted despite many objections to his nature and despite possessing an unsuitable temperament for monastic life. Upon his entrance, his Lashkov Pardubitz the younger contributed another substantial donation to the monastery. Therefore, let us be, at least at the beginning, more tolerant toward his transgressions. Siskin requires work. He must be taught discipline, be led to faith in Christ, and kept at a great distance from the monastery cellars. But he told a different story, didn't he? I thought he told us that he came here and made donation himself to enter. Like, and then a part of it just hid. Was he lying about that? Yodok, in spite of his sinful past, he could prove to be a right and true model for the other novices to live and act by. Diligent, sedulous, and firm of faith, he is always first to step forward when a task needs to be done. He hails from a line of wealthy yeomen. In his 15th year, guided by the devil, he forced himself upon a young lass, deflowering her. Yet he cast aside the guilt that should have burdened his mortal soul, pointing the finger of blame at the farmhand, who was punished with the greatest of severity. In the year last, after attempting to ravish yet another maiden, he received his just punishment. The girl's enraged father saw to it that Yodok was sent to the monastery. In spite of these former sins, this day he was maintained righteous behavior, and he is the most suitable candidate for the clerical life. No wonder, fucking raper here. Antonius, the son of a wealthy. Also, Yodok lied, didn't he? Who's yeoman? Wealthy yeoman. Wasn't he been giving us a past about a poor farmhand father? Everybody is a fucking liar here. The son of a wealthy merchant of Vlachim, he studied theology and at the new university in Prague, which he did not complete, for his father fell ill and was in need of constant care. Upon his father's death, he inherited alongside his brother his business, although he did incline more towards books than commerce. How? It's like knows his biography as if, I don't know, as if it's not notes, but a bit too much information. It feels like something you would read through a codex than through the notes of a character. Indeed, in his hands the business languished. Having come to an amicable agreement with his brother, he set his mind to follow his heart, a path which led him to the door of our monastery, wherein, in his words, he is sure to find greater peace than in merchant's shop. He has demonstrated his education well. He knows Latin best of any of the novices, although his diligence and meticulousness leave much to be desired. It must be said also that his manner gives rise to doubt about his claims. I shall have to send an inquiry to Father Stefan of Vlachim to determine if he is indeed known in that part of the land. Lucas, quiet, studious, and humble, a true candidate for the Order of Saint Benedict. He is always obedient, speaks little, and prays more and with greater passion than any of the elder brothers. His only flaw deserving of admonishment is his inclination for sodomite perversions, for which his family had him removed to this place. For fear that his actions would bring the shame and condemnation of their honorable fellow citizens upon them. In the time he has been there, his perverse nature has not manifested itself in any way. However, he must be observed with a cautious eye, particularly in regards to his contact with the other young novices. For if two brothers were to lay together, it would besmirch this monastery in its entirety. Gregor, oh, it's me. A largely unsuitable candidate for the monastic life. He is the son of a nobleman of lower rank. He seems to pose more problems than even Siskin, accustomed to wealth, intoxication, and philandering, yet forced to don the monk's habits and at the direct command of the Lord of Dauba, whose daughter he did make with child, thus thwarting her planned marriage to another lord of great means. He is not to stay in the cloister all his life. He is here to learn better behavior, for which his father donated a handsome sum to the monastery. A firm, strict hand is needed to guide Gregor, and it shall take many punishment before he learns to bow his defiant head before God Almighty and the rule of his servants on earth. Well, not really. You've been wrong.
Interesting. But I still don't know which one of them is pious.
Really, Henry? You don't know? Maybe the one who poisoned you? Key to forbidden books. Huh. Another door. So it's here, center. Perfect. Even more rooms. Huh. And the page? Yes. Yeah, the last one. I have 3 or 2 chests in the main room. Weird that he decides to sleep in a smaller bed instead. Oh, maybe it's Abbot's room actually, and that's why. And Abbot is missing somewhere. somebody walking around. Where is it? Am I on the wall? Well, I'm guessing it's not the part of Monastery. Uh-oh. Damn. Okay, I might have enough pages. I have a treasure map too. It's from Monastery, very close. Okay, now I can just go to sleep. Wait. There is another locked chest actually. What was that? Oh. It's already time when they woke up. Though I'm still trespassing. Yeah, actually I don't have time to sleep. Well, hopefully that's not going to detain me. Nothing.
What do we have here? A nice sharp dagger. Now what would a monk need that for?
Okay. The last one here. Ah, fucking hell. I need to get to the kitchen for blood, I think. Fuck. How am I to get past them? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Maybe I will be able to sleep through at breakfast, I guess. What? I missed one. Whew.
What is it, brother?
I need to tell you something. You won't be too happy.
Tell me, son, what's bothering you?
It's about some of the brothers. At night, when everyone else is asleep, they go to the monastery cellars to drink wine and play dice.
Are you certain? I had my suspicions, but if it's true, such offenses call for stern punishment, but not without proof.
Would you like me to find some?
Go and
That
see
won't
for
be
yourself.
necessary. I'll question them myself.
No.
I can tell when someone's lying to me.
No.
Tell me, Gregor, which brothers are we talking about?
Oh my god. Are you really that stupid? Well, question them. I'm a fucking lie detector. Living lie detector. So I can lie about Antonius? All the Nevises? Actually, not all.
The Cicators, Stibor and John.
The Circators? That can't be true. For the love of heaven, John's declared himself a candidate for abbot.
If you go to the cellars at night, you'll see them yourself.
I'll look into it. I most certainly won't tolerate drinking or dice games in the monastery. And if Abbot Peter were here, he'd break his crozier over their backs. Thank you for letting me know, brother. It appears you're an honest and faithful Christian and a true follower of Saint Benedict. The Lord be with you.
You're welcome, Brother Prior.
Okay. Oops. Oh, I supposed to have sat at the table, I guess. That's what progressed that quest. Oh.
What is it, brother?
Will you tell me something about how the abbot...
Of course. Abbot Peter is old.
Just digging
We're
dirt
afraid
on
he'll soon
everybody
be with our
and
Heavenly Father.
snitch
When he's gone, someone
on
else will
both
have to lead the
candidates.
monastery. All the elder brothers will assemble to choose who that is.
Anyone can become the abbot.
Complete
Precisely.
chaos.
We have two candidates, Nevlas and John. As the spiritual shepherd of all of the brothers here, I'm not allowed to publicly express a preference for either. And as a novice, you shouldn't be involved in the election. I know that some brothers have already begun scheming, but don't even think about getting mixed up in it.
Why not?
Blessing of the Holy Spirit, all will end up as it should be.
Oh, what an interesting logic. Leave it up to God again.
Inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests,
Oh, it's free.
words or words that move to
Let's see how much will I get from it. Now it's 62.
we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint
Brother,
Oh.
you were somewhere you shouldn't have been. Don't you know your place? Don't you know where you're permitted to enter and where your presence is forbidden?
How do you know?
and was humble and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that
How did he know?
not to lead us to refrain even from good speech. So much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence
Very well, brother. I accept my punishment.
should rarely be granted even
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that's not allowed in the monastery.
That would be a lot. Should have been more careful. Well, today I started with jail time. I guess I'm ending it with jail time too. How did they know? Is the question. There was no icon of wrongdoing. Was it? I still have Necronomicon, okay. They took away treasure map, but I kinda remember it was like straight and then in the grove, a little grove. It's east from Monastery. The other one I don't remember, but I actually can rewatch that if I really want to find the treasure. Why is there no door? Yeah, okay. I need to end this now. Well, that was almost 4 hours of monk life. Tomorrow I'm sure I will be out. There's not much left. Just finish up with the pages. Just one page. It might be in that chest in the dining room. I really don't care much about politics anymore because Nevlas, I betrayed Nevlas by accident. What else? And yeah, that's about it. Just get blood. And make a crime scene. Bye bye.